The importance of accessible childcare in a community, it's innumerable. It's not just for the families that have children in the program, it's for the businesses, it's for the growth of the community, it's for the school systems, it's for whatever other things you have in your community to exist. You need access to childcare at some level.
I remember countless nights and tears and everything just trying to find a place for her, because infant care in Montana and Helena specifically is so hard to come by.
We started looking for daycare when I was pregnant and looking into options and calling around a bunch of places, and there were no vacancies. We're just calling and hoping that something would come together.
My wife and I did have quite a few challenges with securing childcare for both of our kids. So that was a big hurdle to overcome when we first moved to the area.
I was only making as much as we were spending in daycare. And I'm happy I enjoyed my job, but I understand why people quit to stay home with their kids.
There's a huge untapped workforce of parents that could be working and can't because they don't have childcare or an option for their child.
Childcare was an issue in Baker. EMITA, as an economic development group, thought that that's not economic development. Economic development is jobs and tourism and all this stuff. We talked about all the people out of the workforce, over 800. If there's 10 out of 800 that were not currently working because they had lack of childcare, that's $1 million in extra wages. That's a bunch of money back into the tax coffers. That is every downtown business in Baker suddenly fully staffed.
If you want your grocery stores to remain open, you need childcare. If you want access to your school systems and have teachers, you need childcare. If you want somebody to take care of you at the hospital, you need childcare. It doesn't matter what age you're at, having childcare in a community is going to affect you.
We had 0 licensed childcare when this started. That's an area the size of the state of New Jersey with no licensed childcare. Started off as, let's do some research and see if this really is an economic development project. And we found out these insane numbers. So at that point, it became, this is something we absolutely have to do.
The early childhood years are vastly important to lifelong success of individuals. Years of research has shown us that what happens in the early years affects high school graduation rates, third grade reading levels, positive adult experiences, those sorts of things. So it really predicts the health of our life forever.
Pete's Place is integral in how we succeed at St. Peter's Health. We need people to be able to come to work. And so having your children at a childcare facility is step one.
The need for childcare is so large that we really wanted to expand our business to help our community and be able to serve the families there appropriately.
We want to bring our families back to Shoto. We want to make sure that we provide quality care for those younger families that want to come back and raise their kids in a small town.
Watching the Shoto Youth Alliance and the community coming together to work on building a sustainable child care facility has been fun to watch.
Community members being willing and seeing the need for it, they brought in time. Some of them hauled stuff up from Denver for us. Some of them painted a huge mural on our walls. It was just phenomenal.
Right now, there's a lot of support when it comes to curriculum or leadership, but there really wasn't any support for us as businesses. And so being able to find that support, talk business plans and strategies and budgets, even though that's not always the most fun part of the job, it really is important. And it's also nice to be recognized in the state as more than just a glorified babysitter.
Learning how to just run a small business from your home, which I hope people can still do, but helping us to build something sustainable.
As a mom who gave up a full-time job because childcare wasn't available, it's been a relief to see that others have the opportunity. If they want to work, childcare is available now.
I can go to work, I can be fully present for my team because I know that they are thriving in the environment that they're in.
We have childcare services affiliated with the organization, so that's a huge part of our recruitment strategy and one of the things that we mention and highlight when we're interviewing potential candidates.
Finding childcare prior to this opportunity was very challenging. It also, I think, had a really direct impact on our decision to have another child, like knowing that we would have a place to put a second child and I wouldn't have to go through the same stresses that I did with my first child in terms of finding reliable childcare really made that feel like a feasible choice for us. Childcare services is so key for the economic health of our community. It allows parents to be part of the workforce. It creates stability in families' lives from an economic standpoint, from a business standpoint. This is something that I think we have a lot of support for what we're doing here in this community.
Having a sustainable daycare or childcare facility brings people to the community. Our young families that are going to be the ones that come and stay and have children enter our school system, and have families that want to stay here in Choteau and make this their home.
Other people outside the childcare industry think about the childcare industry and recognize that it's not this thing that we thought it was, but it is workforce behind the workforce. It's fundamental infrastructure in the economy. And if we don't have a healthy and high quality childcare industry, that no other industry in the state succeeds.
It's very important that everybody understands that a childcare issue or family-friendly practices are an everybody issue. We all suffer when we don't have people at work to either help us at the hospital or help us at our accountant's office or help us at a restaurant.
Childcare is more than just a mom and dad thing. It's an infrastructure thing. It's the kind of thing that makes your city work.